had a few days to kind of go over the tape from the loss to Wofford. Is there anything new that you were able to kind of break down from that loss between where your team executed, where it didn't execute?
Yeah, I mean, watching the film, probably watched it like 3 times. It was pretty sickening, to be honest. But we watched it as a group, and there's a lot we took away from it. Again, I gave a lot of credit to Wofford and their game plan and their coach and players. They played great and they deserved to win. But when you have Virginia on your chest, you don't lose to teams like that. And there's no disrespect at all to Wofford. So we had to get back to understanding the expectations and standards and the privilege it is and the blessing it is to put Virginia on your chest. And we're not going to disrespect the game like we did and overlook people or take things for granted. So that's really what it was about. I didn't think we competed. We didn't follow the game plan. We didn't execute. We definitely didn't execute special situations at the end of the game. And these are things that we work on. So we had to kind of have a restart. And I think you have to sometimes take a bad loss to get their attention and to understand what it takes to be a great team and consistency and preparation and play. So our players, they're hungry. They want to get back out there and get under the lights again and just kind of get this out of their head. But it was a lot of, obviously we had to be off on Sunday, so they had time to reflect. But yesterday was a lot of film work, a lot of work on the court, some team bonding too, just to get our chemistry and camaraderie where it needs to be.
So then what are you kind of looking to see from your team the next time out, just in terms of changing from what you saw in the Wofford game, both in the game but also in your preparation leading up to it? What are you kind of looking to see from them in practice as well?
We got to compete. We got to compete. You're going to play for me, you got to compete. Defense has to matter. Rebounding has to matter. Offensive execution has to matter. We got to play together. We got to understand what the game plan is, and we do. I still love this group. We still got a good group. We just had to learn a hard lesson. So you get knocked down, you get back up. We got to compete. We got to work hard. I don't care how much talent you have on the team. Talent isn't going to win you the games. So we got to understand that. We got to understand people want to beat us too. So we just can't be lackadaisical in our approach to anything. So I want to see us compete. I want to see us have some, mental toughness with some of our shooting woes and things like that. I want to see us, because we hit shots in practice all day. So let's just translate that to live play, So just little things like that. But at the end of the day, I want to see our hard work, our joy, our passion for the game be where we know it can be.
London and Olivia had mentioned after the game that they were having a kind of a players-led meeting immediately following the game. What can you tell us about what that says about the team, that they wanted to get together and kind of talk about what had just happened, and what kind of came out of that, I guess? What can you share with us?
I mean, I'm not really going to get into what they're working on as a team. That's for locker room. But I love that. I think they have to be able to lead themselves. Obviously, can't just be the coaches. Always trying to rally the troops, and leaders have to step up, and people that are in leadership roles, not just captains. And that could be anybody. We have a lot of leaders. And just get the team right. We're going to do our part. We're going to be ready. We're going to be prepared. Coaches are going to do what we need to do. But players have to buy into that, and they have to get on one accord. So when you have player meetings like that, and the meetings went on for a while, I think it's only a great sign.
Yeah, kind of going off of that one, obviously March is really far away, but making the tournament is a goal of y'all's team. And as a coach, do you feel the need to remind your players of the importance of these non-conference games when it comes to resume building, or is it something that you don't want to go ahead and put on their mind maybe?
No, I definitely reminded them, and we have 5 players on our team that have been to the NCAA tournament. Some because they've never, they're first years. So we talked about that. We talked about what the selection committee looks at. We talked about the consistency it takes to get there. We talked about a lot of things. So obviously we have a lot of season left. We have a lot of great teams in our conference, that we can have some quality wins, things like that. But obviously the next game is the most important game. So Fordham, and bouncing back from Wofford and playing well against Fordham is our main goal. But we did talk about, because everybody on this team wants to be playing in March, and we did talk about how serious you have to be when you approach each and every game, no matter who it is. You can't be super hyped to play LSU and then not hyped to play Wofford. So we talked about the consistency in our preparation, because that's something I stress all the time, even in summer. Respect all, fear none. Do not overlook anybody. I don't care. We're not at liberty to overlook anybody. We need to focus on ourselves and focus on our consistency.
You said earlier, a loss can kind of give you guys a chance to reset. What is the value in this going into Fordham now?
Yeah, I mean, I hate that we lost. It was a bad loss. Again, no disrespect to Watford at all, but it is. And, sometimes you can learn lessons through wins, but these are, some of the things that just came to a head in the Watford game are things that have been plaguing us all season. And it's easy to say, okay, well, we won, but yeah, coach is saying this or so-and-so saying this. So now we didn't win. And so now we understand the urgency and getting better at the little things and taking things serious and having some accountability and discipline. So, like I said, our players are responding. They're very hungry. They don't want to lose, and they definitely don't want to lose that game, those type of games. So it's a wake-up call I think we needed, and I hate that it had to come from a loss, but everything happens for a reason. You just got to bounce back.
Yeah, so much of their success had to do with Rose, and now as you guys kind of inch towards conference play, you're going to be seeing a lot of talented players like her. What did you guys kind of learn from defending her?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't defend her, first of all. That's the problem. But, again, we learned that we just can't be relaxed. I think we play, most of the time when people watch us, we play very hard. We take defense seriously, and we just didn't. I mean, we had a whole game plan for that kid, though. Pretty much the game plan was that kid, because she's a facilitator. She can score at 3 levels. She gets them going. She played 40 minutes, and she did exactly what she wanted to do, and we didn't take her out of it. And every huddle was about that. All the preparation was about that. So we do now understand the importance. It doesn't matter who it is. Anybody can go off on you if you're not locked in. So. And it wasn't just guards. We knew it was a team effort against that kid because they put her in a lot of ball screens. And so I said guards and posts. It's a team effort to stop this kid. I had a lot of respect for her and her game, and we just didn't follow through. So now I think we understand the importance of that.
I'll ask this question because I'm shocked Matt didn't, but I think you guys went 4 for 23 from behind the arc. What are you guys doing this week to make sure that shooting's not a problem against Fordham?
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was 4 for 17, right?
4 for 17.
What was it? I don't know.
I
but
could have it wrong.
Regardless, it wasn't good. Yeah, I mean, we're working on that and just trying to get people out of their heads. I mean, honestly, when you get into those shooting slumps, it can be hard to get out, but usually you don't see so many people in them. So we have a lot of great shooters. I think we're going to see a difference in our next game, and we just got to keep getting better.
I feel like we've talked about Wofford enough.
Yeah.
What's kind of the message now moving into Fordham?
Yeah, same thing. They got a point guard that's averaging 20 points. Donaldson, I think is her name. She's number 3 on their team, and she's a dynamic scorer. But we got to stick to the game plan. We're going to work on it, buy into that, and we should be fine. But they also have a kid that transferred from Pitt, number 8. She's good too. So they got a 2-headed monster as far as offensively, but they play hard. They got a team that is going to be hungry, again, for an opportunity, just like Wofford was. So we got to come out and compete at a very, very high level. I think that they've been in a lot of games this year and have some kids that are trying to prove themselves. So we got to have that mentality. It's not going to be us, and we're going to defend our home court.
I think somebody might have asked us, or I know somebody asked about Yonta and Odessa on Saturday, but do we have an update? Do you expect to see them on Thursday?
I hope so. I don't have a full update yet, but I hope they'll be dressed and ready to go.
Awesome.
Last one. Are you good, Dayton?
Yeah, I'm good.
We've talked a lot about personnel and rotations just with how deep this team is this year, especially with it kind of seems like there's a player or two out of the lineup with injuries, frequently. What kind of challenges does that kind of consistent change in who's available pose for your coaching staff, but also for the players who, they're not really able to settle in and know I'm starting this game, I'm coming off the bench this game, and how do you emphasize kind of keeping that same mentality towards the game no matter what your role is?
Yeah, I mean, we've had the same starting lineup for majority of the games this year. We changed it early. There was a situation last game where we didn't start Cam, but we've been semi-consistent in that. I think having people in and out kind of throws you out, throws you off rhythm a little bit. But I mean, I don't really believe in excuses. So I think everybody gets all the reps they need to get in practice. We just have to have that next woman mentality. I mean, Sam bumped heads with a kid in the first quarter. You can't plan for that, So it is what it is. So next woman up, So that's basketball. I mean, Wofford had 3 kids out, and then they had 3 freshmen who started because of that. Fairfield has a couple kids out. Everybody around the country, you're going to have people in and out. That's part of the game. It's a long season. So I don't think that injuries should play, or temporary injuries, if somebody's out for a game here or there, should play a part in how we compete.
Your mentality is always one game at a time, but you're reaching the end of non-conference play now. You're about to go into the full ACC slate. When you look at the season kind of from a big picture standpoint, and you look at where your team has grown throughout non-conference play, where would you say the team needs to grow the most kind of as you wrap up non-conference play and go into the ACC?
Yeah, I mean, ACC's tough, and we are very focused on Fordham and just bouncing back and having a better performance than we did. But as a coach, of course, you're looking at all things and how we're starting ACC play too, the team that we're starting with. But I think where we need to show the most growth is in our consistency and our approach, like our preparation and our consistency on the floor, how we play. That's where we need to show the most growth and just a little bit more accountability and discipline. So at times we've shown it, and at times we haven't. So I think once we become consistent in those areas and really buy into that, then I think we could be a really, really good, a great team, actually. I think we're a good team already, but, we had a bad game. But we can move into the great category with the type of kids we have, with the passion they bring, with the talent they bring, if we are consistent, disciplined, and held accountable.